I'm nipping this in the bud right now because I'm not having it. I watched an interview a few days ago and I have a brain, so I know what's going on.
AboveIsBelow did a hormone video, and she goes into the facial hair, and yeah, I'm looking at Elon Musk right now. He just and she was going on that the serious FGMs they get facial hair transplants, so it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, that was in my FTM video recently.
Oh,
yeah,
you did that too. Yeah.
This was in his video recently, so he's suggesting that I copy his work. I don't, and I'm going to show you. Look at the date this was uploaded, May 9th, 2022. That's after my Justin video. Have a look. I uploaded it March 22nd, 2022. That's a month and a half before his video on FTMs.
Now, you kind of do look a bit Hispanic. Also looks a bit like a South American drug cartel. And the facial hair doesn't mean anything. They can get hair transplants or they can just stick it on.
He uploaded a video May 6, 2022.
And Inanna was the goddess of transvestites. Individuals who went against the traditional gender binary were heavily involved in the cult of Inanna. Alright? Well, that sounds like most celebrities nowadays, doesn't it? And politicians. It said a priest known as Gala, that's what we just talked about, the Gala, worked in Inanna's temples where they performed elegies and lamentations. There were singers, dancers, entertainers, and hookers, tranny hookers, men who became Gala, sometimes adopted female names, and their songs were composed in a certain dialect.
Donald Glover Met Gala Party uploaded May 30th, 2021.
The Gala were priests of the Sumerian goddess Inanna. According to an old Babylonian text, Enki created the Gala specifically to sing heart-soothing laments for the goddess Inanna. Some Gala took female names, and homosexual proclivities are clearly implied. Another clue might be the mention of male sex workers in the description of the festival. One Sumerian proverb refers to a Gala wiping that which belongs to my mistress from his backside. That's presumably a reference to semen, as Inanna is a fertility goddess. A possible literal translation of the word Gala is penis anus.
Ezra and the Androgynous Kabbalists uploaded May 13th, 2022.
And if you paid attention last time, the word Gala uses the signs of penis plus anus. The Met Gala is a penis and anus festival full of trannies.
On my first channel, I did Hollywood's Whores, and I revised it, uploaded it July 6, 2021.
The Anunnaki were practitioners in hormonal therapy, and during battle, the soldiers would drink the blood of their fallen comrades, which provided them with a much-needed energy boost and rehydration. Ordinarily, the Anunnaki imbibed the priestess's menstrual blood, which they believed was full of nutrients and contained an essence that not only lengthened their lives, but also brought them to high states of consciousness.
Justin Bieber and Hailey video here, uploaded March 18th, 2022. Listen to this.
Blood may not be what we think it is. And if you think about the Bible, or any religion for that matter, they make a big deal out of blood, right? The occult, they use blood in certain ways, right? Very important stuff for the occult to drink it, or they spread it all over themselves, or who knows what they do with it. And in fact, we do know that the pagans would drink the blood, right? Because in the Bible, they're told not to drink the blood.
Uploaded a year after mine. I don't believe in coincidences. Where to Begin Surgery, uploaded August 10th, 2021.
When you look at the open FTMs, you can see a lot of this look in Hollywood. This looks like a lot of actors. And this is something that they can use if they want to go into the men's toilets.
Men on the cover of Women's Health magazine, uploaded April 14th, 2022. So he watches all of my videos.
But if you want to buy a dick, I recommend a stand to P device, but these are for FTMs.
He did a video about actors in prosthetics who play politicians and other public figures in life. This is a re-upload from my second channel. I put it on YouTube 19th April 2021. It's a compilation of film trailers that show you the actors are wearing prosthetics and there's a person from the CIA who tells you how it's done. I made a part 2 video, but I mirrored Mr.E and I recently deleted it. So now I have to revise the video without his voice because I can't in good conscience allow this after what he's done. I make my videos for free and he uses my material and wants money for it? Eggmates, twins, copies and natural clones re-uploaded 17th February 2021. Back to the heroes and villains and masks.
A bunch of twins. Right? Some people would use the word clone. I think we could also use the word twin. That's the word they use in the Brave New World. Twinning. It doesn't sound as weird. You know what I mean? Twinning. So Natalie Portman, I think, seems to have the most twins of any actor. And there may be some kind of blueprint or something that they're using to create more of them. And so they just create multiple twins.
Back to my video. Notice when I uploaded it.
So I want to read something here. Most modern sophisticated groups that use mind control will produce their members through genetic manipulation. The state of genetic engineering is far beyond what the public realizes, and traits such as intelligence, strength, muscle mass, healing ability, and pain endurance, spiritual psychic ability, and phenotypes such as hair color and eye color have been genetically engineered for many decades. The genes and DNA can be purchased by smaller groups from the larger genetic labs. The largest and wealthiest groups have their own genetic labs. Once a new generation is produced, the birth mothers are implanted with multiple zygotes. Only one per birth mother will be allowed to live, but there will be several gene-identical individuals produced who are carried by their own birth mothers. In this manner, identical twins and triplets are produced who were carried in different wombs.
Child Sacrifice to Molech uploaded May 11th, 2022.
They're offering their children to Moloch to grow up as temple prostitutes, right? And we know what temple prostitutes are. They're trannies. Now the women would be just regular female prostitutes, and they make money to pay for all the temple stuff. There's a lot of evidence for actual human sacrifice regarding Moloch. So I'm not denying that they sometimes would kill the child.
My video, Enchanted Colors and Magic Portals, uploaded December 4th, 2021.
Perspective of the social, cultural, and religious context for the people who believed that it was an acceptable religious practice. Child sacrifice, from the perspective of the parent who is sacrificing his or her child to God, was an act of pious faith. The sacrifice of children was considered to be a deep demonstration of faith that came out of deep religious conviction. In antiquity, many people believed that the sacrifice of human lives was the greatest gift one could offer to the gods. Many reasons motivated people to make a human sacrifice to the gods.
Mother Teresa video re-uploaded from second channel. On YouTube, I put it there April 22nd, 2021.
Notice that her clothes are blue and white. It made me think of this flag. The hexagram or six-pointed star is the symbol of the ancient Roman god, also known as Huon, who is also Mola, which is another representation of Nimrod, husband of Semiramis, queen of Babylon. This symbol is not Jewish. The Rothschilds, who are papal knights of Malta, put it on the flag of Israel despite heavy opposition from the Jewish people.
In Acts chapter 7 it says, "You took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Remphan." Now this is probably the hexagram, which is mistakenly called the Star of David. It should never be called the Star of David. This was the hexagram of the castration ritual of the Mother Goddess cult. Mother Goddess cults. the mysteries, the Eleusinian mystery religions. I do read these kind of things. This is a PhD thesis, Mother of the Gods, a case for syncretism in the Cybele and Isis cults at Pompeii.
May 11th, 2022. Now listen to mine.
Dishwasher. Janus and Sybil, the Pope as the patrona, bears their keys.
What did I say? Sybil. Sybil.
Alternate symbol for Poseidon looks familiar, probably because Sybil, with the fish head, is holding that symbol, also called Vajra. It's a weapon of the gods.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to watch that about the Jake Gyllenhaal, because
He's giving you the idea that he knows about me, but hasn't really watched anything recently. He does watch my videos because I told him about Ishtar. I spoke about the seraphim, uploaded it to YouTube June 19th, 2021. Then on his last BitChute channel, he obviously saw that video and did one about seraphim. So then I started uploading to both BitChute and YouTube. I understand how you feel because I just learned that my spiritual and strict vegan friend got vaccinated and has been lying to me about it. Ever since she got back from India, she's been different. And my mate said to me, "How did she get there?" And I said, "She took a PCR test." He said, "No, this was during the pandemic. They weren't letting anyone fly unless they'd been vaccinated. So how did she get to India? Did she say she found a connection or that she paid extra money? No. Then she got vaccinated." He told me this on Saturday and I'm still shocked. I feel betrayed because she deceived me and she's still lying about it. Even though she technically told me because her hair's been falling out and her skin's been falling off, but since she's so vehemently against the vaccine and people who've been vaccinated having nothing good to say about them, it just didn't click in my mind. Transpocalypse now replied to my comment, look at the date, 1st December 2018. He replied to me again, look at the date, 26 March 2019. This is when he used to reply to people. He doesn't do that now. He won't acknowledge you in the comments, but he'll take your money. I got tired of Mr.E taking my words and info, so I started my own channel. I wanted to have a documentation of my knowledge on Ishtar so people would know, because he never credits me for telling him about Ishtar. My first video was Sarah Michelle Gala, uploaded March 11, 2019. I should like to point something out. The author is Thomas Cowan, which sounds like Cohen, serpent priest. However, Cowan is the term used for non-witches, muggles. A Cowan is in Wicca a non-witch, a person who has not been initiated in the craft. So Harry Potter does tell you, but they give it a different name and call it muggle. I don't simply say these are rituals to Ishtar and leave it at that. I show you in great detail. If you make videos, no one knows them better than you because you've put the research, the time and energy into them. So I know what parts of my video has been stolen and I've shown you. I've been given the insight, showing you what the symbols are and the meaning behind them. And he's going to steal that and profit from my hard work. Exploit, to make unethical use of for one's own advantage or profit, specifically to make profit from the labor of others. A few months ago when I heard he was back, I checked the PayPal and saw his name. So I searched it and found his picture saying that he's the vice president of Mizuho. But when I searched the site again recently, it's been removed. I don't know if he still works for them, but I don't trust what comes out of his mouth because he's a salesman. These are his skills: management, business development, business strategy, marketing, sales, leadership, strategic planning, portfolio management, equities, commercial lending. Top equity salespeople. Look at number 4. He's the 4th ranking person for sales. That means he's really good. He can sell you an idea. He knows about subliminal language because salesmen use it. You don't want your hero to be a villain. Yeah, but he's funny and plays the guitar and sings songs. Yes, exactly like any commercial or advertisement that has a catchy tune to make you buy what they're selling. That's what salesmen do, manipulate your emotions to bypass your logic. They can convince you that blue is black. His Patreon is Mr.E Media. Why, when the truth comes out about these people, they always have a background in entertainment or sales and marketing? Strange Evolution Entertainment, it lists him as the agent of this company. At least until recently. There's very few people in America that have this name. It says the entertainment company is in Oakland, California, and then it says here that he lived in Oakland, California, so I know this is the same person. Select a membership level. I wonder how much of my content is going on there unnoticed, because if you think that I'm giving him money for using my material, you're having a laugh. What's he selling? Music, books, videos? Right. Because he has experience in strategic planning. He deleted his last BitChute channel. He could have left it up, but he didn't, and now he's back wanting money. He's milking his former internet fame and selling my content. And he has a few aliases. Look who he's related to. And when I looked her up, it says she's related to him, so the Asian wife checks out. I looked into the name because you know I do that. It says the origin is Vietnamese and not Thai, and it means phoenix. This is a conversation I had 9 months ago. That's why I don't often post comments in people's videos. They take my words and the credit goes to them. I used to follow Mr.E's channel Slave New World. He called these Hollywood people Kadesh. I wrote in comments about the Kardashians, but I couldn't remember how to spell Kadesh and wrote Kadesh. I'm dyslexic and meant to write Kardashian, but was thinking about Kadesh and wrote Kadeshian, and he used that word in his video. I saw a video on YouTube calling them Kadeshians. On my first channel, people said, "Oh, Mr.E used to talk about Ishtar." Who do you think he learnt that from? So I keep my comments to a minimum and don't say too much. I often say it was mentioned in comments, but others making videos don't mention the words they use aren't theirs. She says, unfortunately, it's evident that the intellectual property of content creators like you is not respected nor even valued on these platforms, as is what are considered mainstream mediums. Still, I believe that speaks to the importance and absence of things like virtue and ethics. I know of Mr.E's videos through clips I've seen here and there. Some of his material did seem lifted to me. Not much there in the way of anything original nor thought-provoking for that matter. Your account of the Kadeshian slip, which was brilliant by the way, sounds similar to other such stories I've heard when credit was not given nor even an informal nod to the other person. What many take for granted is the amount of work put into this kind of content. Many are under the misguided impression that anything posted online that isn't by someone famous is less credible and can easily be taken for granted. It's not as bad as several years ago, but respect can still be hard earned in this realm. It was Mr.E who opened people's eyes to this wicked secret deception around us. Those who came after learned from Mr.E and went out to create their own channels. But nobody can be Mr.E no matter how hard they try. Mr.E is already legendary and the pioneer in the transgender disclosure. Many had come after him and imitate his work. I think it's quite clear who is imitating whom. I don't know if these people are hired for damage control or if they're just die-hard fans. Did you forget? He ranked number 4 in selling. So he's selling you the idea that I copy him. The government agents have implanted the idea that donations on your video means you're not a real truther. They get paid to harass us, so they have zero credibility. I don't care if people have a Patreon. I care that he's abusing people's trust by deceiving them into thinking this is his work. And he won't prove the FTMs in the industry, so instead of answering people's comments, he gets really sarcastic, and now he's a demonologist.
Now, warning, I'm going to show some words on a page. Those of you who don't know how to read may want to switch over to a different channel. You may want to go watch a transvestigation channel. All right, now I better run off and do a transvestigation of David Bowie, because that's so important, isn't it? I can't go to sleep tonight until I know if David Bowie was a male to female or female to male, because I have nothing better to do. So yeah, I don't really do transvestigations. My channel is really kind of a demonology channel.
It's like transvestigators are now below him. I've been getting comments that vaccinated people are acting different, that they're rude, that they don't acknowledge you. And now I understand. I get that this is upsetting, but some of you needed to hear this. You knew something was off, but didn't want to admit it or believe it. So I'm here to help put an end to your suffering, that you can't see it or don't want to see it. The priority is no longer revealing the deception. The priority is pumping out videos for money. It's blatantly transparent that he's here for the money and nothing else. And he never had original content, so he's been taking mine. This doesn't sit right with me, so I have to make it right. In 2018 or 19, he did a video about the Matrix, and I said, the woman in the red dress is a Kadesh identifier. It means that the person is a priestess of Inanna Ishtar. He can only speak about her superficially because it's not his area of research. It's simply parroted from mine. And I don't agree with leading people in deception when they think that something's one way and it's really another. And I've told people since I had my first channel, you have to be careful because they are always targeting Christians, always. Just because somebody talks about Jesus or says Jesus, it doesn't mean anything. My friend is religious and vegan and has nothing good to say about people who've been vaccinated, and then I find, well, she has been. And they say the truth will set you free.
Which makes sense because these people here are not in covenant with our Creator, God, Yahweh.
I've expanded on this article to cement the connection between the Jewish Yahweh or El Olam to the Roman deity Saturn. Through an analysis of myth and biblical Hebrew, the connection is obvious. At some point, it will be considered either dishonesty or ignorant when this connection is denied. Moreover, Yahweh has been identified with Saturn, Cronus, since antiquity.